This next lesson is all about the 4 key e-commerce offer attributes. In the last section, we were working on your customer avatar canvas, where we built a profile of your perfect customer so we can understand their deep pains and aspirational states. So the last section was really all about your customer. This next section is going to be more about you as a business and how you are going to stack value. So let's start by understanding your customer's line of questioning when they are buying from you. Now remember, we win our customers' attention by agitating their pain or appealing to their passion. And we use the customer avatar canvas to identify multiple hooks and big ideas that we're going to use in our marketing campaigns. In this section, we're going to talk about how we win our customers' purchase by stacking so much perceived value that they would be silly to say no. And in order to do this, we need to understand their line of questioning when they are debating whether or not to buy from us. Now remember, when we were working on the customer avatar canvas, we were identifying their deep pain and passion points because when we send them messaging, whether it's through an ad or on a landing page or in an email, we're letting them know that we understand their pain and passion, and that captures their attention. And if that works, then they're going to go into this process where they debate buying from you. And there's really 4 key lines of questioning that they go through when they consider purchasing from you. And the first one is, okay, they got my attention. This brand got my attention. That ad resonated with me. But how can this product improve my life? That's the first line of questioning that they'll go through. Is this something that is going to transform me? The second line of questioning that they go through is, do I trust and like the brand who is selling this product? Right? They want to trust you. They want to like you. The third thing that they might ask themselves is, do other people vouch for the product or the brand? They want to see some social proof. They want to know that other customers out there have tried the product and received value. And the last thing that they will go through when they are questioning whether or not to buy is, based on everything that I know about the product and brand, does the perceived value outweigh the cost? Am I ready to purchase based on all the information that I have? So knowing this, we can actually preempt and address all of these questions in advance by stacking up the right kind of offer attributes. So remember, the first line of questioning that your customer goes through is, how can this product or service improve my life? We address these with functional attributes. We explain how our products make our customers' life better or more convenient. The second line of questioning, if you remember, was, do I trust and like the brand selling the product? We address this line of questioning with brand attributes. Customers want to be able to see themselves in your narrative. They want to align with your values, and they want to believe in your mission and your vision as a brand. And if they trust and like you, they're going to be more likely to buy. The third line of questioning was, do other people vouch for this product and or brand? And we address these with influence attributes. We want third-party endorsements of our products. And the last one was, based on everything I know about the product and brand, does the perceived value outweigh the cost? And we address this line of questioning with transactional attributes. And often with transactional attributes, we are packaging up offers as a little incentive and motivator to create demand and ultimately get your customers to initiate action. So let's take a look at each of these 4 key e-commerce offer attributes. These are the ones that you need to absolutely flush out and master because you're going to use them everywhere in your marketing campaign. You're going to use them on the homepage of your website. You're going to use them on your product pages. You're going to use them in your email automations and in your email campaigns. And you're most certainly going to use them in a lot of your ads. And I have a really easy acronym that you can use to remember these 4 key e-commerce offer attributes. And it's TBIF. Thank Buddha, it's Friday. TBIF. Right? They don't really stand for that. They stand for transaction, brand, influence, and function. And let's dive into deep detail with each of them next. So the first one out of our TBIF offer attributes is transaction attributes. So a lot of the times, these are going to be things like acquisition offers, which could be things like gift with purchase offers, welcome offers. It could be like a flash sale, right? Or it could be an offer that is focused on acquisition, but also increasing your average order value. These would be things like tiered bundles, threshold rewards, for example, free shipping once you reach a certain threshold, or something like buy now, pay later options. And I'm going to be talking more about these a little bit later, but let's look at some more transactional attributes. There's going to be things like AOV offers to increase your average order value. These are things like cross sells or upsells. And another one, remember earlier when we were talking about that customer value journey, I hope everybody remembers the real opportunity as an online store is to grow your customer lifetime value. That's the amount that a customer spends with you in a lifetime. And some of the offers we'll look at here are going to be VIP offers. So that would be like invite only, early access, these kinds of things, and loyalty rewards to incentivize repeat purchases from our customers. Transactional attributes could also include things like scarcity and urgency. I hope that's good news to some that we don't always need to discount our products. Sometimes we just generate demand by saying there's a low quantity or a limited time, and that will be enough to get people to initiate action. But when we think about transactional attributes, it's also things that lower the risk of your customer buying from you. And these are going to be things like your return policy, any kind of guarantees or warranties that you have for your products. And listen, if you don't want to use any of the things that I just talked about, you don't want to do discounts or gift with purchase or build scarcity or urgency, that's okay too. Sometimes one of the best ways that you can incentivize action with transactional attributes is just justifying your price point. So if you sell something that's really high ticket and you never want to discount, you never want to do gift with purchase, sometimes you just need to explain why your products are priced in such a way. Maybe people save in the long term because your products are so high quality that they don't need to replace it with your competitors' products every 3 months. And in the long run, they end up saving money. But these are all examples of what a transactional attribute could look like. And essentially, these ones are meant to initiate the purchase. When we launch our marketing campaigns, if we're investing in ad spend or investing time to get people to our site, we cannot leave it up to chance. We need to package up our offers in such a way that create demand and ultimately get your customers to take action. And one of the best ways to do that is with transactional attributes. And I have a couple examples here. I pulled these directly from some of the top direct-to-consumer online stores in the world. And the first example is Vessi. They sell waterproof shoes. And right on their website, they've stacked together a bunch of these transactional attributes. And notice that none of these have to do with discounting or including gift with purchase offers. They've included 3 there. It's about their return policy. They have a guarantee. And one of them does offer free shipping once you've reached a certain threshold. So they've stacked together a few transactional attributes right on their homepage. Right next to it, there's another example here. This is by a well-known direct-to-consumer company called Ana Luisa. They sell jewelry. And with this example, I'm trying to contrast and show you that sometimes it is all about that big discount. They have one there that says buy one, get one 40% off. And they're using that as an incentive to acquire new customers and get buyers to take action. And let's look at a couple more examples of transaction attributes. Remember, it's not always about a big discount or any kind of gift with purchase or anything like that. A lot of the times, companies are doing a really good job of pricing justification. With this example here, you can see they're basically saying, hey, here's how much you would need to spend if you were replacing your tarnished gold every so often. You're going to spend $250 or plus with this company because you need to keep replacing the product. With us, you spend $49 once and it's going to last you a lifetime because our gold products do not tarnish. So they've included a pricing justification transaction attribute there. And another company who has done it really well with pricing justification is Thursday Boot Company. Right on any one of their product pages, they have a little link there that says honest pricing guarantee. And if you click on that, a little menu pops up and it shows you what they mean by that. They show you a little bar of all the different prices that those boots could cost. And it says, hey, here's a competitor. It's going to cost you 4 times as much. Here's buying the boots in a brick and mortar store. It's going to cost you twice as much. When you buy from us, it's always low price guarantee. And they give you reasons why. They basically say we've streamlined production, we've become operationally really efficient, and we always promise you the lowest price. And therefore, you would know if you ever bought boots from Thursday Boot Company, which I have, they never discount, but they stand by this honest pricing, which is very much a transactional attribute. All right, so you have some really good ideas about transaction attributes. Let's take a look at the next one. So we're going to go through TBAF, T was transaction. We're going to move on to B, which is brand attributes. With brand attributes, remember, this is the customer, their line of questioning is, do I like or trust the brand that I'm buying from? And so they want to see themselves in your narrative. Oftentimes, when you're an online store owner, the best way to do that is to show them that you're a lot like them. Like the best founders in the e-commerce space are masters of their product category. They started the business to solve a real problem, and they know that problem because they were that customer. So founder stories are great ways for the customer to see themselves in your brand narrative. Beyond just the founder story, you want to include things like your values. You want to get really clear on the kind of things that your company accepts and does not accept when it comes to values. Beyond that, what is the mission? Share that founder mission. Why did you start this? What problem are you out there to solve? Beyond mission, it's also the vision. Where is this company going over the next 5 and 10 years? And what kind of impact are you going to have on the planet? Additional brand attributes would be causes that you support. So if there's any charities or initiatives that you support outside of just selling products, you would list those as brand attributes as well. In this first example, I'm going to show you how Ana Luisa uses brand attributes in a lot of their messaging on their website, in their ads, and in their emails, I'm sure as well. This example here is right from their website. It says, all of our products are crafted with the planet in mind. They're 100% water neutral and 100% carbon neutral. So if you were a customer shopping for jewelry and you cared a lot about the impact that a company has on the planet, your values are going to be aligned with Ana Luisa. And if you were in the debating process, you're going to build like and trust by reading these kinds of brand attributes. Our next example is none other than Kim Kardashian's company Skims, right? They have brand attributes right on their website as well. And every company should. And theirs isn't necessarily about the impact on the climate or the earth. They say Skims is a solutions-oriented brand creating the next generation of underwear, loungewear, and shapewear. It speaks to their values, their mission, and the impact that they want to have on the planet and on their customer base. My next example is Allbirds, one of the most popular online stores in the world. And if you were looking at their homepage, you could see right there that they've included brand attributes on there. It says reversing climate change through better business. And I'm sure that they're going to use this kind of messaging in their emails and ads and everywhere they go. And our next example is about brand attributes. This is also by Allbirds, and this example comes from one of their email campaigns. So you could see that they're communicating this brand messaging in all their platforms, on their website, in their ads, and in their emails. And with this example, they're saying materials matter, and they're really committing to the impact that they want to have on sustainability and the planet. Next, let's talk about I. So we've covered TB, that was transaction attributes. We talked about brand attributes. Now we're talking about I, which is influence attributes. This is the third-party endorsements. And when you think about third-party endorsements, some obvious examples come to mind. You may have endorsements from influencers or micro-influencers. You may have celebrity endorsements. You may have endorsements for associations or industry leaders and experts. Those would be all great ways to endorse your brand. But some of my favorite influence attributes are simply the easiest one you have access to, customer testimonials. So you want to get customer reviews and user-generated content from your existing customers. And these are really, really powerful influence attributes. And I can tell you right now, as somebody who's worked in e-commerce for a very long time, influence attributes are often the most effective to initiate sales. We use these a lot when your customers are debating buying from you because they like to see that other people just like them trust your brand and are receiving value from your products. So with those examples I mentioned where you have industry approvals and you have customer reviews, we call this social proof. When people have endorsed your products and they validate that they're receiving value, we want to use those all over the place. But sometimes it's not a direct endorsement. Sometimes you can just flex the amount of customers that you've served or how many people have been happy. With this example that I have here, it says 21,000 plus customers love this product, or this jewelry item sold out 20 times. That creates demand because it validates that other customers love your products. Next, let's talk about the fourth offer attribute that leads to sales. This is function attributes. You want to include this type of messaging on all of your marketing platforms, like your website, your product page, your emails, and your ads. And these will be the most obvious to you because you know the problems that your products solve. Functional attributes, you need to ask yourself, how does my product make my customer's life better? So oftentimes there's a need-based desire for the product or a trigger that gets the customer seeking that product. With this next example here, this is from Vessi, the shoewear company that makes waterproof shoes. So in of itself, it is a function-based brand. You're going to be going somewhere where there's a lot of rain, you're going to need some waterproof shoes. So they've listed out all these function attributes right on their homepage where they say it's 100% waterproof, it's lightweight, they're breathable, all function-based attributes that are going to help the customer make up their mind as they debate buying from you. This next example is a company called Huel. And right in this ad here, it's all function-based. This isn't one of their ads that they would have sent out on Facebook. So right here, it's all function-based. They're basically saying 1 meal of Huel is equal to more protein than 6 eggs, all the vitamin C of an orange, more omega-3 than a salmon fish, and more potassium than a banana. So they've really just listed out functional attributes for this ad. That is a recap of the 4 e-commerce offer attributes that customers debate when they're buying. So you want to include these offer attributes throughout all channels in your marketing campaign, which we're going to show you how to do throughout this certification. But before you get hung up on what goes where, you simply just need to brainstorm all of the offer attributes that are relevant to your business. So to help illustrate this, I'm going to now show you a real world example. Remember I mentioned the great company Black Hair who makes t-shirts. When they first approached me, they said, Scott, I'm having a really tough time differentiating our products. We make t-shirts, we're just like any t-shirt company. And I knew right away that we were going to solve that problem. And going through this process with the founders of that company was completely eye-opening. And they felt a ton of weight off their shoulders because they immediately and clearly knew exactly how to differentiate their products and how to position their products to their customer avatars. So this is Black Hair. This is kind of what their website looks like. Hand-printed graphic goods. And I'll show you exactly how we flushed out their offer attributes. And a quick foreshadow, when we finish this section, I'm going to ask you to download the worksheet in the resource section and fill out all of your 4 offer attributes in the same way that I'm showing you as we did with Black Hair. So here's what the worksheet looks like. And as you can see on the left, we've listed out the TBIF offer attributes. We have transaction, brand, influence, and function. And you really just want to brainstorm different ideas for each of these. So for transaction, come up with 3 ideas. For brand, 3 ideas. And you get the idea. Come up with 3 ideas for each. So when we were working with Black Hair, what were some transactional attributes that we could think of? Well, we had free shipping over $75 as one of them. We had a 15% off welcome offer for another one. And for the third one, we had buy 2 shirts for $50. So these are 3 ideas that we use for them for transactional attributes. And if you're having a tough time with this one, hang tight because in the next section, I'm going to be going over 26 different examples of powerful, high converting, proven transactional attributes. But fill out this for now if you can think of 3. For Black Hair, when we listed out their brand attributes, one of the first ones we came up with was, hey, our products are created and printed in our home studio in New Brunswick, Canada. We're buying into a new vision of slow fashion and supporting local. The next one for a brand attribute was we have 15 years of design background. We're meticulous with our creations and we wouldn't print on a tee we wouldn't love to wear. So we're leaning into their meticulous nature and kind of like that quality assurance angle. And the last one here, all of our materials are ethically sourced. So we are a sustainable company. Let's take a look at Black Hair's influence attributes now. When it came to influence attributes, they didn't have celebrity endorsements. They didn't have influencer endorsements, but they did have a couple things that we decided to use. The first one is that one of the founders, Nick, he's an award-winning artist. so we can leverage those awards. He has third-party endorsements for his design skills. And they also had a ton of absolutely phenomenal customer testimonials. I can't say this enough, but customer testimonials and reviews and user-generated content are the easiest influence attributes that you can tap into. So if you don't have a lot of these, I would highly encourage you to go and get more every step of the way. You always want to be prioritizing testimonials. So a couple of their testimonials that we decided to use here for their campaign. One of them says, "I literally wear my black hair tee every day." Doesn't get any better than that. The next one, I love testimonials that also touch on functional attributes. So this testimonial was so good, it was too hard to resist. It basically said, "I love your stuff. The quality of the clothing is terrific. The material is super soft and they stand up to lots of wear and tear. I love the images that are on your shirts. You have products that aren't available anywhere else, and I look forward to seeing your new designs." Really good customer testimonial that you can leverage as an influence attribute. And let's look at the last section. So F is for functional attributes. The first one we have here, we got this right out of a testimonial. Buttery soft fabric that holds its fit wash after wash. The next one, hand printed with 4-step silk screening press with eco-friendly water-based inks. The last one here, choose from over 25 of the most original graphic tees. So going through this exercise with black hair, we've come up with a lot of differentiating transactional attributes, brand attributes, influence attributes, and function attributes. And your assignment right now is to not get hung up on perfecting the wording or thinking about how you're going to use each. Your assignment right now is to flush out the offer attribute worksheet so that you can think of multiple ideas for your TBIF offer attributes. Go and get this done now. And in the next section, I'm going to start showing you how everything we've discussed so far in the certification starts fitting together. We'll see you in the next section.